afternoon and welcome to another episode of the Journeyman podcast in association with Switchbox TV and the NHS Frontline. Today I'm joined by Paul Doman, and if you don't know him, you know him as the rapper Grime Sickers. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you? I'm a big fan of this podcast, man. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Obviously, where did you get the name from?
Basically, what Grim Sickers, yeah?
Yeah,
Basically, when the emergence of grime music come about 2010, I was called, what was I called? I was just called Grim, and a word that's quite popular with the kids back then was the word sick. So I just abbreviated on the word sick and called myself Grim Sickers. There's not really too much behind it, really, Pete.
Yeah. But obviously, you've done some great songs. I read a bit about you as well. I mean, I'm more Elton John. You know,
love that. Candle in the wind.
Yeah, all that sort of music. But you know, I find these rap songs, if they're done in the right way, are putting good messages across. You know, with the likes of the Jay Spades one that's just come out about Daniel Kinnan.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah. Just telling a story and all that sort of stuff, you know.
That's done really well. That song, actually. Like, I saw it everywhere. I saw Tyson tweet it. Everyone was tweeting that song, man. That got really well.
Yeah, I think it's had about 1.88 million views now on YouTube.
That's amazing. Jay Spades, I know him. He's a great artist, man. Great artist.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's putting across a great story in a different way, you know.
Yeah. So what's really like the background of the whole story? Because I've not done it, like, don't know too much about it. I just know what I'm getting told.
Well, basically, you know, it was a so-called I call them the paper cartel. They're always in the papers for being a cartel, but you know, one of them was Daniel was my manager, and basically what they done is basically that, you know, there was no police surveillance enough around the hotel at the weigh-in where they thought there was his so-called paper cartel in there, and obviously people come in there and shut the place up, you know.
Oh my God.
So
that's awful to hear, man. That's awful to hear.
You know, it was a setup. You know what I mean? It was a setup. 100%.
Yeah. Yes, it does sound like a setup. I need to where can I search more on that? What is it? Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube and all that sort of thing. It's on everything. You know what I mean? And it just basically, the top man, the investigator that was in the case, the top policeman, blew his own brains out.
Did he?
In his Garda station. Do you know what I mean? In Ireland.
Yeah,
so,
God, that's
I've been to Ireland on many occasions with Daniel, and you know, we was always welcomed by the police when we got there. You know what I mean? Obviously following us, you know, and all that sort of stuff. But like I say, you know, he's just a normal man doing what he's doing, and he just keeps getting, you know, bad press.
Yes, it sounds like so. I'm glad that song has done justice and gave a lot of eyes to the case. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's give rap music as well a big boost. You know what I mean? Because people,
I think it does.
Yeah. So it's so going back to obviously your childhood. You know, tell the listeners where you're from and tell them a little bit about yourself. You know what I mean?
I'm from a place called Swindon Town. Have you ever been to Swindon, Pete?
Yeah. I was there with Tyson.
No way. Oh, was you there?
Yeah, backstage with him. Yeah.
I was there as well.
Yeah. I know Jamie Cox well.
You know him well, yeah?
Yeah.
I know him well. I know really well. I hope Jamie gets another shot. You know, I think he's very talented. And with Jamie, I think he was never a super middle. So when he went against Groves, it was too small.
Yeah.
So hopefully Jamie goes back down to middleweight. But yeah, I'm from a town called Swindon. I wouldn't say Swindon was the best place to grow up, but it is what we made it in Swindon. There's not really much going on for people. It's more of a town for like big companies. We're right next to the M4, so you'll have Nationwide is based there, Honda, the car manufacturer, is based there, who are just about to leave Swindon. So the unemployment in Swindon is going to be quite high soon. They're going to Turkey because of the Brexit. So a lot of people are losing out in Swindon because of that. And yeah, it's a great place if you man and go to the pub on a Friday and Saturday. Then Swindon's probably a good place for you to live, I think.
Yeah. You got the Italian there. What's the Italian there? French.
Oh, Fratello's.
Yeah, that's a nice place, isn't it?
Did you go there?
I know him. What's his name? Who owns it?
I can't remember his name, but that's what Jamie knows, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
He's I think he works with Jamie, manages him. I think.
Yeah. Jamie's old manager just passed from Corona. Did you know that?
What's that?
Jamie's old manager passed from Corona, John Costello.
Oh, did John Costello die?
Yeah, from Corona.
What, today?
Nah, like last week. No, the funeral was last week. I just found out the funeral. Jamie went to the funeral. I didn't really know.
Oh, well, what's his name? What was his son's name? He was a good boxer as well, wasn't he?
Mark. Is it Mark?
Mark.
Is it Mark?
There's two of them, weren't there? Two.
Yeah. Good little boxers there, aren't they?
Yeah, Jesus. I didn't know about that. I had the coronavirus. I had the coronavirus.
No way.
I was in bed 6 days of it.
No way. What how did you feel?
I was in a bad way. I was my temperature was about 39.5 degrees. It was dreadful. It was dreadful. Do you know what I mean? It was the only thing that it didn't do, like, it didn't go to my chest. So the breathing weren't that bad. And I spoke to my consultant every day after the brain tumor, like when I was obviously at the coronas, and she said, "Start hospital because people are going in the front door and out the back door. Unless you had to come. You know what I mean?" So,
really?
It's a serious thing.
Are you quite strong on social distancing because you've had it? So, what do you think of the people going outside at the moment, and what do you think of people not staying in their house? And for someone that's not had it, how strongly do you feel on that?
I think it's bad. It's a bad thing to have. But I think the only way we're going to get rid of this is if everyone gets it and gets immunity to it, because it could be like the common cold. We've never got a vaccine for the common cold. So are we going to get a vaccine for corona? And is it fair on these 70, 80-year-olds that can't see their family? No disrespect, but they might not even have a year to live, some of these people. So, I just see it as, I don't know how it's come about, but I think it's come about for the right reasons, because I think the world was going crazy, and I think people are giving each other more love now, giving each other more, everyone's more friendly, and we are going to get a lot of unemployment. But is the unemployment going to bring people together more, and people being more, let's go around their house for a house party? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because people are not respecting the rules, are they, Pete?
No, not at all. But how have you been with the lockdown?
Do you know what? I can't complain, man. I've got Wi-Fi in my house. I've got a roof over my head. I've got food in the fridge. It's a simple task for a man like me to stay inside. They're not asking much of me. I'm not really a complainer, Pete. I'm not really a guy that moans a lot. I get my head down and crack on with things, because that's why we got so far in both our careers. We're both men that thrive. But if I'm being told to stay in to save people's lives, then I've got no problem in staying. Yeah. I'm not really want to complain about it either. It's a little price to pay for a life, right? Yeah. I mean, the Queen come out and she, praising people and saying, what they're doing here and what they're doing there. Listen, it's nothing like the World War. Come on, let's be honest, mate. It's nothing like the World War. It's nothing like, listen, I've done a year in Belmarsh, mate. Double cut 8. Believe me, that's a bit different. You know what I mean? So, this is easy, isn't it? This is easy. You're with your family. I know well, saying that, at the moment you're back in Swindon, aren't you? So yeah, had to, because in London they weren't taking it seriously, mate. I live in Camden, right? And there's playing football outside. My next door neighbour was having a barbecue outside the front garden. The ice cream man was still running. I was thinking, fuck me, they're hard-headed in London. They do what they want.
But I mean, when you look here as well, but you're back with your son now, aren't you? You're back up with your son. Back with my son. That's amazing. It must be hard work, like living in London, your son living in Swindon.
It's hard. It's hard. But we're just making bread for the family, aren't we? Yeah. That's what we're doing. But I feel for him, because he's so bored, man, and I want to take him out, and it's restricted, and the homeschooling's tough. I can't. I mean, I'm not in a position to teach him as well as he should be taught, and I don't really want him losing knowledge. So I'm just trying to get him into sports. To be fair, watching the old boxing fights and trying to get him into it. But he seems more into his football. To be fair.
What does he want to do? What does he want to do when he gets older, though? What does he want to do?
He wants to be a footballer.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I agree with schooling, and I agree with schooling. I wish I learned at school. I never went to school. Yeah, I never went to school. I learned how to read off Jeffrey Archie, yeah, and Joe. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I learned how to read.
Shout out Jeffrey Archie.
Yeah, but basically, I mean, I think with kids that want to be footballers or they want to be boxers or they want to be other sports people, yeah, of course you do need academic learning. But half these kids don't want to learn because all they want to be is footballers. But I think you've got to give them a bit more fun on the other side. You know what I mean? I think schooling is not practical. I honestly don't believe it's practical.
Yeah, I get that, but see the social media age that we're living in. I can see they see the end goal on Instagram every day. Or they want to be an influencer. Or I want to be a gamer. Or I want to just like him. And you're right. Like they're very short-sighted in what they want to do. I think the next generation below me, I'm 30 years old, but maybe like the 16, 17-year-olds, I think they're quite doomed in 10 years, to be fair. Yeah.
I mean, the school's hard, isn't it? Schooling's hard. I ain't got a clue what I'm doing with my daughters.
Some of it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, A equals this, C equals this. You're not going to use that in life, are you? Do you know what I mean?
You're funny, man. You make me laugh, man.
But at the same time, listen, you need education. You need schooling. Listen, read, write, learn your times tables, and I think you're flying.
Yeah. Just, do you know what it is? Just have a bit about you. Have a bit of common sense.
Yeah.
Common sense will take you a long way in this world, man.
Yeah, all these super intelligent people got no common sense. That's the truth of it.
Yeah, all be a shoot. All right, someone who I look up to is Eddie Hearn. I'm a big Eddie Hearn fan. Right? Yeah. People don't like him, but the way that when he goes on IFL, if you can see that he knows what he's saying and he says it on purpose, but it's only the dumb ones that think he's a big-headed, egotistical, but he plays the game amazingly. Do you think he plays the game good?
Yeah, no, listen, I wish I'd come around. You know, I wish I'd come around.
Yeah, you was a bit before, wasn't it? You missed it a bit.
Bit before him. If I had MTK behind me, which was MGM at first, and Eddie Hearn, you know, I think, listen, I definitely would have fought for a world title. That's my honest opinion. You know,
I do as well.
I was used and abused to a degree in boxing, and till I met.
Yeah, but you know what it is with you? You flipping off. You took every fight you was offered.
Yeah. Well, that's what we signed contracts for. We signed contracts to fight. You know, if I turn around and say to you, I've got a song here, can you sing it for me? Nah, I can't sing that song. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're a singer, you're a rapper. You're a rapper. Yeah. If it's a rap song, it's a rap song. Yeah, listen, trains go past all the time, mate. Jump on everyone because you never know which is the right one, you know? You never know when the next one's coming, you know what I mean? And that's my opinion. You know what I mean? Maybe I did do things wrong. I beat world champions. I beat British champions. I beat good fighters. You know what I mean? And I could take that. Yeah, I could take that away with myself. Listen, we got world champions in this country. No disrespects. They're not real world champions, and that's my honest opinion.
Apart from Fury.
Fury, Billy Joe when he fights Canelo.
Billy. Yeah, but do you reckon he's getting that fight, man? Listen, he needs to get that. I don't listen. You see the way that the public are trying to make him out like he's some flipping. Listen, Billy, everyone ain't got the same humour. I get that, but he didn't mean no. He wasn't malicious with that joke. I don't want him to be to lose that Canelo fight. I need him to fight Canelo. I need it, Pete, mate.
I spoke to Billy yesterday, and I'm going to get Billy on as it goes because people do take him wrong. I told him he's an idiot for what he done. It's the wrong time.
Yeah, but that's his humour, though. That's his humour.
Yeah.
It's always been like that.
But I said, look, it's all right down the pub with 10 geezers. It's not, you know, it's not going to the world of it. And he's going to be reprimanded for it, obviously. But I spoke to him yesterday about a little girl that's got a brain tumour. Lila, her name is. And but he straight away, he gave a message back and he said, give me her address. I'm going to send her up loads of dolls and that. So he's got a good heart, Billy Joe. You know what I mean? He's got a good heart.
Well, is it true what I've heard that he might get boxing border control a little ban, but where he's going to fight in Nevada, he can apply for a different license, so he can still fight Canelo if it goes along.
100%, 100%. Why not go and get a Nevada license like Tyson Fury? At the end of the day, right? Tyson Fury done it that way around. Tyson Fury's his friend, Billy Joe's friend. Billy Joe should have learnt off Tyson Fury that when Tyson said mad things, they pulled him down. So Tyson now is playing the game to a degree. Yeah, he's real, but he's not as real as he wants to be, which it's nice to be real. It's nice to be real. But in this world we're living in now, people don't want to be real. People want to live this fake life. They want to live this Instagram life and this and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You're not showing someone washing the dishes. You're not showing someone ironing. You're not, you know what I mean? So this is the life we're living at the moment. That is why the world's in the position it's in. That's my honest opinion. You know what I mean?
I get you.
Let people get back to being real. People get back to being good at what they are.
Why do you think the press are on Billy Joe Saunders so much? He can't move. He can't move about a bad word being said about him.
Because firstly, he's in the public eye. Yeah. Secondly, 90% of his press is bad press. Yeah. So bad news travels quicker than good news. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was in the press this week about some, being friends with the Kinnons and all this sort of stuff. But if someone's your friend, they're your friend. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna push away from Billy Joe was in it, 100 grand hit on his head. You know what I mean?
I know Billy as well, man. Me and him, we talk, man. I know. That's why I don't like. I just don't want him to lose the Canelo fight because I think he can honestly beat him. Maybe if judges give it and the ref gives it, that's a different story. But man to man, I think he can do Canelo. I honestly think he's going to do it.
He's got to start to beat anyone, Billy Joe. He's got to start to beat anyone, and he always finds a way to win. I mean, even when he fought you, mate, listen, he was drinking 2 pints of Guinness a day, mate. I heard. Yeah, listen.
I heard he wasn't even training.
He messed around the whole camp. I was in camp with him for that fight, and he messed around the whole camp. You know what I mean? Jimmy Tibbs was chasing him around everywhere, and Billy Joe's just a joker, but he always finds a way to win. You know what I mean? Like Billy Joe, if you're around Billy Joe, like in camps and that, like the madness stuff he does, like just silly stuff. You know what I mean? Silly
Has
stuff.
He got ADHD or a short attention span or something like where
he's 100%. He's got something wrong with him, 100%, because he's just short attention span, and he's always. I think
gets bored quite easily, doesn't he? He gets bored quite easily, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he just tries to make people laugh. He likes to make people happy. Yeah, he's a patron of the same charity as me. Needs Next Step, a little girl that died of neuroblastoma.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he does a lot for charity. But and what happens then when someone pulls something out that he's done for charity? People go, "Oh, that's a publicity stunt because what he's done and what he ain't done." Do you know what I mean? Listen, he's just a typical lad, isn't he? He's a typical lad, and everyone, all the men think he's funny.
Can I ask you about John Fury, please?
Yeah, go on, mate. Go on.
Hey, listen, that video yesterday was the fucking best. He's my idol. I look up to him. He's my idol. I think he's a genius, man. I think I look past all the swearing. So I think he's a genius. But people are trying to say that he's scared of having a scrap with Mickey Theo. Heavy D was trying to say it to me, and I was like, "Heavy, mate, he's not scared of Mickey Theo." But he's saying that's John backing out yesterday.
Listen, see John. He looked upset yesterday, yeah, right?
Yeah.
He orders a cup of tea like that. Listen, John's. Listen, again, he's another one that gets pursued in the press. It's stupid. He's far from stupid, mate. Far from stupid. Very, very clever. But he's another man that just speaks real. Like, no disrespect. How can you call a man out? Forget Tyson. If Tyson's his son, let's forget about Tyson now. John Fury had a career. John Fury fought for the British title. John Fury fought Henry Akamwande. He was world champion. Henry Akamwande. So you're talking about a man really that's on steroids or whatever, and a doorman and all that. Yeah. John said I was knocking him out at 14 years old. You know what I mean? And it's true though. And the thing is, it's like John calling Tyson out. Mike Tyson.
It's the same parallel, isn't it?
It is the same parallel, but I've got to say Tyson has abused himself for years now. So John's been always a fit man. John never drunk. John never done this, never done that. So
yeah, but John's not scared of Mickey Theo, is he? Why is people saying that? That's his way of getting out the fight. He's not scared, is he? I know he's not scared.
Mickey Theo's a joker, isn't he? Let's be honest. You know what I mean? I'd smash Mickey Theo to pieces.
Yeah, you would. You know
what I mean? It's just a joke. It's a joke. You know what I mean? I think again, just look at the country, what it's come to. You know what I mean? He's calling him out. KSI's fighting him, and he's doing.
Yeah, what do you think about the KSI thing?
In my opinion, everyone's got an opportunity to fight. I'll never put that down. But when fighters are getting £5 million, yeah, right?
Is that what you got?
Yeah, over £5 million. Over £5 million.
I thought it was 2.
Listen,
Shit.
They gross bigger than, I think they've grossed bigger than Joshua fights on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or thereabouts.
Did we get any of the fan base though?
What do you mean?
Boxing. Did they turn into boxing purists? Any of those YouTubers?
I mean, let me ask you this question, right? Sorry, let me just put you off the subject there. Let me ask you this question, right? When you go to a show at the O2, right? Yeah. Now you're a boxing fan, yeah.
I go to every show as well.
Yeah, right. But let me tell you something. Do you know if you get 100 people walk out of the O2, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, 1,000 people. Say 1,000 people.
Yeah.
I bet 50 of them ain't boxing purists. I bet you.
They're just there for a laugh, aren't they?
Yeah, but what you got to realise is, this is why I believe, for me, COVID-19 is the best thing that's happened to boxing. People think I'm mad. I said, why is that? And I'll tell you for why. I believe everyone's going to fight each other, right? Yeah. Or should fight each other. Otherwise, boxing's finished. Come on. You'll go to a show, you'll watch a show, and you'll turn around and go, yeah, he's going to win, he's going to win, he's going to win, he's going to win, he's going to win. Maybe a 50-50 at the top.
Yeah.
Who's interested in that? People are interested in 50-50 fights.
Yeah.
That's why people like watching me. I was always in a good fight.
You was in some fucking barnstorm as you are. Do you know how I got to know you? Because Coogan, do you know when Coogan gave you that in-depth interview on IFL?
Yeah.
And he was talking about retiring, but you were going to give it. That's when I got to know you. I thought, fucking hell, your heart. Shit.
Where are you gone? Where you gone? Lost you.
He's gone, mate, but he'll come. I'm sure he'll come back. Hang on.
All right, how long we gone?
I mean, we're going to have about 14 minutes left.
All right, shall I jump into his life now?
He's coming in now, mate. Coming in now, and you're back in. He's just connecting.
We'll go off and come back on again, yeah?
Yeah, someone's ringing my phone. Sorry, man.
Yeah, all right, no problems.
I was enjoying that. Hey, listen, I love this. Heavy D was telling me about this show, man. I love it, man.
Yeah. So obviously, going back to your childhood, what was your schooling like?
Schooling, yeah. Do you know what it was? I wasn't interested in school, and I didn't realize it at the time. I didn't realize. I thought I was different to everybody else because I didn't enjoy class. I was a bit like Billy. I got a short attention span. I didn't enjoy everything I enjoyed was English because I'm very good at words. But school was tough. I lost my old days to alcohol as well. I remember you saying that as well.
How old was you?
14.
14, yeah.
She was in a bottle in the morning and at night time. So I'm used to seeing someone abusing alcohol around. So it's quite hard. It's quite hard. And obviously, you said you went through the similar thing. I'm not sure. We might have some.
Similar thing. But my mum left and had another 3 kids.
Okay.
Yeah. But obviously, it's an illness, isn't it? It's an illness.
Is it? What do you think people do? Drink like that? What?
I don't know. I think people do it to forget things, and I think it could be partly mental health. You know, because they just try and black things out. You know, when you drink, you're happy, and like. I know when they become alcoholics, they're not happy anymore because they become very stale in what they, you know what I mean? But I don't know. It's a horrible thing. It's just like drugs, isn't it? It's just the same as drugs.
I've been through heavy drinking stages though, but I would never say I was an alcoholic. But I've gone through stages in my life where I've drank most days in the evening.
Yeah. What would that be though? Socialising?
Not on my own. Couple brandies. Yeah. But I stopped that ages ago. But maybe. I don't know. I think fitness saved me. I started doing weights, just doing fitness. I've done a 5K run this morning. I think as long as I got my fitness, man, it's a lifesaver for me. It's good.
It's good for your mental health as well. The fitness, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, it's Tyson Fury's story that inspired me to do the fitness. He just said, "Get up and just run." So when I look up to Tyson so much, when I see him running, man, I just started running as well.
How did you cope with your mum dying in at 14?
Do you know what? It was. I don't think I. Do you know when you're a kid, you don't really. I don't think it ever digested in.
Yeah.
It was hard, but I was in a hostel. I was in a hostel after. Went to a hostel, but you don't really accept it as a kid. It kicks in more last few years, and it makes me very wary of alcohol. To be fair, like my situation was with alcohol. Maybe I might abuse alcohol sometimes, but then I won't drink for like 6 months. So maybe that's what it's done to me.
Was your dad around?
Nah, he was in the old Nick.
I was like, yeah.
I've had it quite tough actually. And talking about it, Jesus Christ, it was the easiest years in the old Nick. That's why I had to go to a hostel.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It wasn't the best of starts in life. Wasn't the best.
Yeah. So you did. Obviously you weren't schooling still. Did you leave school at 14? Did you? Kind of.
I went back for food. I went back like to get a meal.
Dinner time. Yeah.
It was bad times, man, because I always thought I was never meant for a hostel. I was always, for some reason, I always felt like I was too good for it. I always thought, this is not me. Like, I'm not one of you lot. But really, I was one of them lot, and I found it hard to accept it. So it's just, I went through that because it makes me like, that's why I'm so career driven now. That's why I work hard in whatever area I go in. And if I like something, I'm full pout. So maybe that's why I am the way I am today.
I mean, obviously you. So did you finish school? Did you get exams or not? Or did you?
Yeah, but I done awful. Absolutely awful. I was like, I even got ungraded in some of them. Yeah. Just because my mind wasn't there. I think I'm a smart lad, but maybe like what you said earlier, the A's and subchapter, all that. Maybe I'm not as smart as. Yeah.
So was it a hard upbringing when your mum was an alcoholic, like as you was growing up as a young kid, or?
Yeah, it was tough, mate. You don't really know what's going on half the time, but it's when they start hiding the alcohol, or you can smell it on the breath at 8 a.m. and you're quite embarrassed if someone like comes over and then you can tell your old dear's drunk and when she's talking to them, and it's quite worrying and alarming. But looking back at it now, I was probably naive to the situation, and I probably thought it was quite normal.
Yeah. So obviously for the kids now that are in lockdown and stuff like that, I mean, that's what I worry about. Kids, you know, their mums are alcoholics, their dads are, or whatever, drug addicts or whatever they are. The kids are not even getting meals, mate. My friend's going around to one of their houses at the moment. He's going around to loads of different houses, and what he's doing is he's a teacher. And what he does 3 days a week, he goes around to houses. He said, I went around to one the other day, Pete. He said there was a girl and a boy there, young, and he said they have got the same clothes on since lockdown, holes in their trainers. Yeah. He said, I went around to another one. He come running down the driveway, the little boy. And listen, I'm in Surrey. I mean, it's a lovely area, like where I am. It's beautiful. There's a lot of money here. But then there's obviously poor people. I wouldn't even say poor people. I reckon just selfish mums and dads. You know what I mean? Because we can all live. We can all live now with the social welfare and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, and he said, he run down the driveway and he said, oh, Mr. Webber. Oh, I won't say that. Mr. So-and-so, yeah? He said, I can't believe it. He said, I ain't had nothing to eat for 2 days. I had a bowl of cereal 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. You know, and I thought, and I said to him, how old are these kids? And he told me a few ages. I've got 2 young girls, and we've got all their clothes, all their old teddy bears, all their old bits and pieces, and all that. And we're just going to give it to him, wash it, obviously, and then he's going to give it away because. What someone else's junk is someone else's pleasure, in it, you know. And
yeah. They're definitely world of that.
Yeah, and I mean, listen again. This is like we're going back to how people are living now. I mean, you're 30, so you're younger than you know, your generation younger than me. But how people are living now, like it's a throwaway world. People are throwing things away. Years ago, they used to sew socks up, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel sorry for them kids out there now. You know that are. Do you think it mentally messed your head up though, or do you think you just
the drink? What my mum drinking?
Yeah.
Because do you know what it is? I can't enjoy a drink without thinking I'm going to be an alcoholic.
Yeah.
It's scary because you think, oh dear, what? So it must be in the gene. So on this lockdown, all my friends are drinking like every single night, like even if it's a glass of wine. But I'm refusing to do it. I ain't really had a drop this whole lockdown. Have you been drinking?
No, I've had a couple of Guinnesses and that, but I mean, I was speaking to Ricky the other day, and Ricky ain't drunk nothing, mate. He's lost nearly 2 stone.
Yeah, I see him on IFL yesterday.
Yeah, lost nearly 2 stone. But he's a social animal, isn't he, Ricky? You know what I mean? He goes out.
Yeah, but I see them in some right states on some videos, mate.
Yeah.
He's a top geezer, already.
But he's another one they don't give no good press, though. Do you know what I mean? But what you
Why?
realise is, like every time he goes out drinking, the papers are on him. But what you got to realise is, remember, we lost Caroline Flack to sort of like all this sort of situation, and Ricky suffers mentally with depression and that. You know what I mean? Mental depression and things. So, you know, newspapers can push you over the edge, mate. They can either be your best friend or your worst friend.
Yeah, but if they start off as your best friend, they always end up as your worst friend.
Yeah, definitely. Because they remember a good story. Yeah, remember a good story. People got to know Ricky Hatton not when he was unbeaten. They got to know Ricky Hatton when he got done by Floyd Mayweather. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's more. You know what I mean? It's more worse news travels quicker.
Yeah, do you know what it is? You got known for eating like English breakfast in between fights. Well, if he wants to do that, let him do that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's his way. That's his way. If I want to drink a Guinness at a weigh-in, push someone to drink a Guinness at a weigh-in, and they give me an 8-month ban for it. Well, how can you give someone an 8-month ban? And other people are throwing tables up in the air and all that sort of stuff.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I got 8-month ban for that.
I remember you got 8-month ban as well.
But it wasn't even Guinness. It was like salts like sugars and salts to get back into the system. It was just a joke I done it for. You know what I mean?
Flip it now, mate. Yeah.
You know?
But I get you. The drink and the drugs in this lockdown. So what do you reckon's going to happen on Sunday? What do you think's happening on Sunday?
I think we're going to get another 3 weeks.
Yeah, so do I. But a little bit, maybe a bit more lenient. Maybe 2 hours out a day, maybe.
Yeah. What do you think about hairdressers going back?
No way.
Yeah,
shave your hair off, kid.
Yeah,
shave it off me.
Yeah, but
I've shaved mine off. I've got the one all over me. I've shaved my hair off, mate. No problem.
They're saying they want hairdressers to go back because of mental health, because people are getting depressed at their hairs all. Listen, you'd be more depressed if your mum dies or your nan dies or your brother dies or your sister dies.
Hey, if they open up that, then they need to open up the gym.
What's that?
If they open up the hairdressers, they need to open up the gyms as well.
100%. Just open the gym before the hairdressers shut down. If you want to go to the gym, go to the gym.
Yeah. That's what's doing me right now. That's why I started running. How are you keeping fit? I'm doing 5K runs.
No, I ain't doing much at all because I've still got, with my brain tumor, I've still got balance problems. I've still got hearing problems. So
no way.
Yeah. So, you know, this will occur for a few years, and obviously I had the tumour while I was boxing as well. So.
No way.
Yeah. So
you're fucking legend, mate.
Lucky. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I do walk. I walk and do bits and pieces. But are you doing the Tyson videos on Instagram?
I've tried, man, but I'm more of a. I don't really like doing it in my house.
Yeah.
You don't want to go downstairs and start working out, man. Like, it just don't feel right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You can't just say that, but Tyson Fury is actually my hero, man. And the interview that made me my hero. Do you remember before he had a fight with Klitschko, he had an interview with Coogan and he's eating a bowl of nuts? Yeah. And he's wearing a suit, sitting down on the sofa. Do you remember that interview?
Yeah.
That's the interview that changed me for him, man. Early I was on him, mate. He's fucking different. I keep saying this, but I think he's the greatest heavyweight of all time. And every time I go on IFL, they will say, "Oh, Grim Sickers says Tyson Fury is the best ever." But if I'm allowed to think that, I'm allowed to think that, and I don't think I've ever seen a boxer like him.
I mean, I was with Tyson 3 weeks after that fight. 2 weeks after that fight, we was at
what Klitschko?
Yeah, after Klitschko, we was at the Goresbrook, Leisure Centre in Surrey. Glennie Dawes was boxing for the European title, and there was probably 1,000 people there. And I tell you what, the press had ripped him so much apart after coming back from Germany, right? It was like he was a nobody. Honestly. And what he'd done, he got ripped apart. And that's where Tyson learned how to deal with the press after that. You know, obviously what happened to him, he went into a hole, didn't he? You know, he was with me when I beat, he jumped in the ring with me when I beat Shane Singleton. And I remember saying to him when he jumped in the ring, 28 stone he was, he jumped in the ring, and I said to him, you'll be back soon. And he goes, I'm just having a rest. Like that, right? And he was out the whole weekend, that weekend. You know what I mean? And you know, he was in a bad way. He was in a bad way. But
do you know when he's ballooned up? Did you ever try ringing him and say, yo, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're right.
You couldn't ring. You couldn't ring him. You couldn't ring him. You couldn't ring him. It was, look, if you went and drunk now, yeah, and you started drinking every day, yeah, right?
Yeah.
And I rang you, Sickers, what you doing, mate? What are you drinking for? You know, your mum was alcoholic and all that. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's if you want to do it. You've chose not to drink in lockdown. You've chose not to drink in lockdown. You know it could end up becoming, you know, and that,
problem.
you know, problem, right? So you chose not to, When you're out with the boys and have a drink with the boys, have a laugh and a joke, You know what I mean? Go home the next day and you feel like shit to a degree. You know what I mean? When you wake up, hangover and all that. Oh, I ain't doing that again. But at least if you got that buzz. But after that buzz, when you're drinking all the time, you don't get that buzz anymore because you're just always constantly drunk. You know what I mean? You think, I don't want to get that hangover buzz. So I think you're doing the right thing because I think with this lockdown as well, it ain't bad. It's not hard, but you still do think madness sometimes. People do still think mad. You know what I mean?
It's crazy,
when's it going to end? No one knows when it's going to end. That's the thing. And it's all right having government guidelines, but even the government don't know when it's going to end. No one even knows what this virus is. Do you know what I mean? It's took the world out, isn't it? It's took the world out, not just England.
I've never seen nothing like it in my life.
You must be doing a tune on it now, though.
Yeah, I've done it. But I didn't want to. I rather drop it after it's done, man. Like, you don't, because some people are still dying and affected by it, so I don't want them to be like reminding people of.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I bet you've had time to do bits and pieces, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had time to do. What I've been doing is writing music, but I've been watching this thing on Netflix, The Last Dance. Have you seen The Last Dance?
No, is it good?
Yeah, Michael Jordan documentary, wicked.
Oh, I haven't seen it. No.
Yeah, I've been doing that and running and watching old fights, like studying the old fights. Like I watched Hearn Hagler.
Yeah, I trained with Goody Patronelli for 3 months.
No way.
I trained with him in 2006. It was, and when Hagler come to the UK, he come up to me. I swear he noticed me because he come in the gym a couple times. I was there. There's a road right by the gym. It's called Hagler Street. It's named after him, and in Boston. And I remember him coming up to me and he went to me, my dad used to train you, didn't he? And I looked at him and I thought, but obviously I knew it was Goody, but he treated them like they was his family, like his dad, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Goody and his brother. But Goody's brother was dead by the time I went out there. But that was amazing. Amazing, do you know what I mean?
Yes, I was watching that. Do you know what the best thing I've watched? Oh my God, the Peter Fury story, mate. Have you seen that that 3-part interview he's done?
Nah.
About him being in Cat A on Bang Up and flipping, he's running the whole of Manchester. I didn't have a clue. Peter Fury, the dark horse. But his story is crazy. Yeah. He's the real one, kid. I thought it was John. It's all about Peter, kid. He was a maniac. He told me the MI5 was at the helicopters, and when he goes to court, the whole city gets locked off, and he's got to go to court. I didn't have a clue. Mate,
some funny people in boxing. Funny people in boxing, aren't there? Some funny people. You know what I mean? It's a crazy sport, but I think this might bring it forward. I really do, because rugby and cricket used to be behind boxing. Now they're well in front of boxing, and that's my honest opinion.
No way.
A lot more people watch it. A lot more people. A lot more money. Trust me.